So you don't muck around too much getting that lure in the water after you stop. See the American pro bass fisherman in the water already. Craig Simmons still getting his shit together. Come on, pal. You could have had 2 casts in the water by then.
Alright, so you get the first fish.
I'm Dave Rush. I fish bass tournaments professionally here in the Northwest. And we're on Lake Oroville, California. That's in the northern part of California. And right now our reservoir is like 80 foot down from normal pool, as you can see on the bank. It's pre-spawn time, 1st of March. The fish are just now starting to move into the shallows, coming up from 40, 60 foot of water into like 15, 20 foot. And we've got a little bit of overcast this morning, so we're starting to throw a few reaction baits. Technique called ripping, and hopefully we'll catch a few.
This is Simmo cam on the shoulder here. This is what it looks like fishing a bass tournament in America.
Lazy bastard, carry it.
Yeah, hurry up, mate.
Oh, flying fish.
Flying fish. So this fella, he wouldn't be 13 inches long, would he, this guy?
Nope, he'd be too small. He gets to go run and tell all his buddies, and now we won't catch another fish in the area.
Oh, what was that there, Dad?
Well, mate, that's your first spotted bass out of Oroville. 5 of them, you're guaranteed a paycheck. And our chief guide here, Dave, I tell you what, he's pretty hot. We've only been stopped about 5 minutes and smacko straight into it. How did you catch that one, Craig?
Listening. Listening to Dave most of the time and yourself, and took some advice and listened closely and did what I was told.
There we are, little Mr. Bass. Got some in there that are getting close to 2 pound and others that are close to 1 pound. They'll be hopefully upgraded today.
The easiest way to defer spotted bass from largemouth, because spotted bass look a lot like largemouth. Take this, and you see that little dark patch on his tongue?
Yeah.
You take your finger and go across it. That's a little patch of teeth.
On his tongue?
On his tongue.
Oh, yeah.
He's the only bass species that has that little patch right there, that little, that's just a little patch of teeth.
Alright, well, let's let him go.
Yeah, let him go. I'll take a photo of your next one, mate. And I'm still not sure whether that's you're taking the piss out of us Aussies feeling their tongue, mate. You're going to be at the pub tonight saying,
No,
I made these Aussies feel the tongues of every bass.
No, that's the honest to God truth.
Those dumbass Aussies.
They'll believe anything. All right, mate, we'll see you when you get your next one, eh?
Alright.
Here you go, mate.
You want me to do the American thing?
That's it, pole him in. Good on you, Mr. Simmons.
Is that what you call that?
What?
The American thing?
The American thing, oh, we don't do that. Not with 4 pound fire line.
Oh yeah, you do.
Just look at him.
You should see Travis bloody fish. Travis doesn't get a land on that out. Never.
Never.
They're always too slow to get it.
Come on, mate. Don't talk about Travis fishing. Just grab him in that jaw grip. He won't hurt you. Or if he does hurt you, it's on the...
That's what's good about them, they don't move. Our fish just go stupid. They'd be just going crazy now, our fish.
Really?
Ah, yeah. Trying to whack that hook into your finger.
And they succeed too.
There you go. So, mate, tell us all about that fish.
Not a lot happened, I just threw it close to the rocks and I got on the angle there, so I threw it really close to the bank so I could keep it deep going right along that trail there. So after about got it down to where it was supposed to go, and you hit it within about 3 or 4 cranks of that.
There you go, little spotted bass. He'd be about 1.5 pounds.
So the rock that he's hit on the way in?
That's right, I think he hit just when you dragged him into it.
Yep. That'd be it. He's gone.
So there you go, mate. You're about, what, 3 or 4 fish into the day now, and
Yeah.
this is pretty easy, this American stuff, isn't it?
No. But a lot of listening's going on, I got to assure you of that.
You got it down now. No more listening, that's all catching.
That's right, don't worry, we'll start talking it up soon. Well, I'm already talking it up, he'll start talking it up too.
Beers, Dave. Woo, I'm good.
We're fishing at Dave's boat, which is a Triton. How long's this one? 20 feet?
It's a TR21, 21 foot long, and a 225 Optimax Mercury motor.
That's right, and I think it kicks along at about 8 or 9 knots, this thing. That's at idle. And it's been an interesting day. There's a few logs in the water and a bit of debris, so a bit of slalom racing up the dam, and yeah, it's been a nice day. We look forward to catching a few more, and Dave has been an absolutely fantastic guide, and he's laughed at all of our jokes so far. I don't know if that's going to last all day, but we'll give it a bit of a shot, see how it goes.
Oh, when they start getting old, I'll break out the margaritas.
That's it.
That particular pattern is a crawdad pattern,
There you go.
and that green one is the bait fish, the sculpin pattern.
What are we doing, Simmo?
We're fishing 1/4 ounce jig heads on a bronze hook. Bronze hook in the practice fishing, so they'll actually bend off a little bit. Dave was saying that they go to the better hooks in the tournament.
Right, mate.
Just hopping this one off the bottom, just a lot slower than what we do in Australia. And he sort of jumped all over it, started swimming off of it, and took up some weight, and there he was. He's taking it right down too. He's really swallowed that. That's a big bait. And,
Show us what you're using.
Pretty big bait compared to the fish. And wanted it like no tomorrow.
What should be a pound and a half, that one, or a pound and a quarter?
A pound and a quarter, I'd say. And you've been generous. Still having no idea about what I'm doing, but I'm having lots of fun. Just casting as close as you can to the bank. It's a fairly steep slope here, so you're taking it down a lot slower than what we do in our dams. And these fish sort of hang at the bottom. And I've missed.
That's an air swing, is it?
Yeah, that's on the rock.
These are little spots that they're pre-spawn right now. They're trying to set up to spawn. On this next moon phase, they will spawn. So they start migrating out off of these points back into these little pockets that have shelves, and they'll spawn like in 15, 20 foot of water. And this is ideal for them. You can see up on the bank, it kind of stair steps down, gives them little ledges, little protected areas, and that's where they'll make their nest and go through the spawn. Missed another one. And this is a classical little spot. You got a little mud, a little bit of rock, and you'll end up catching a fish out of it.
And your prediction for the tournament the weekend? They said there's going to be about 150 boats. You'll be a lot more crowded out here.
Oh yeah, be a lot more boats and a lot more fishermen fishing on the water. Right now they're just starting to arrive at the lake right now, and yeah, there'll probably be pretty much almost everybody will be weighing in limits, full loads of fish. This kind of lake where you catch a lot of them, it's the key is to catch the better quality.
So the word is, Craig, there's a bit of a front coming through tomorrow, mate. You going to make the most of this good weather today?
Yeah, for sure. They're talking 4 and 5 foot waves through here when the wind gets up, so I'm going to enjoy the comfortable day today.
We'll get a surfboard for tomorrow.
You want a Bill Dance jump?
No, you just pole him in.
That's how Bill Dance does it. He sits there and hold that poor guy in a 450 sitting there and doesn't even have a chance. It's a fair fish. Fair fish. Whoops.
Hey! No, I didn't actually see that fish on the camera, so it doesn't exist. A few words about your lovely boat here.
Well, the boat I have here is a 20-foot Triton, and it's rated for a 225 horsepower motor. In this case, I happen to have a 200 horsepower Yamaha on it. and it's one of the high pressure direct motors, one of the brand new ones that they've come out with here in the last couple of years, and it's real fuel efficient, and actually it burns very little oil and gas both, but it's a very, very efficient motor.
And about how many dollars will cost me for one of these?
Boy.
Have you got a deal for me or what?
Yeah, I've got a deal for you. And all kidding aside, no, they're about $37,000 roughly, just round numbers, depending on how you equip them, and what kind of electronics and other little gadgets and toys that you can add to them and make them more important and more efficient fishing machines.
We look forward to having a good day with you today, Gary. You've been great so far, and we're going to see if we can fill that live well full of, what do you call them? Hogs.
Well, we're going to fill a live well. I won't say hogs. These are spotted bass, and they're not real overly big. If we get anything over 2 pounds, we're looking at what I call a hog.
Good stuff.